We'll just eat. Okay, let's see here. Allergies. Away. Okay. All right. We got somebody joining in. Cool. Let's see here. All right. Sign out. No, everybody's off. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's see here. Seems like all systems are working. It's the first time I've tested this. Sounds are working, right? So I think that's good. Headphones. Okay. Oh. So, start a new game.
My name is Christoph Rumbold. I am a man of God and a soldier in heaven's cause.
Nay, my lord. Sister Aneska.
Where am I?
In Prague, at the convent of the Knights of the Red Cross. Now hush. Thou hast suffered a grievous wound and must rest.
I must return to my...
My lord, peace, I beg thee. Thy brave captain left a letter before thy sword brethren continued on their crusade.
I thank thee for this news, my lady, and for thy care. Surely thou hast drawn me back from the jaws of death itself.
'Twas the Lord that saw fit to spare thy life. We humble sisters simply attended thee.
Oh, Sister Inesca is too modest. She ministered to thy shattered body day and night, long after all others had given up hope. She did indeed restore thy life. I am Archbishop Giza. Thou hast done great service for Christendom, young sir. Tonight I shall make prayers of thanksgiving that thou live, and may send more sinners to hell.
I offer thee all my gratitude for thy service. I am in thy debt.
The rosy life in thy cheek is payment enough.
Long delay. Into there. I know. It's very urgent, she's screaming. But anyway. Okay, let's go. Once I get my brain working, I'll start contemplating some more.
'Tis nothing. A scratch.
I'm a little rusty at this.
The mighty walls of Prague once held all demons at bay, but the Schlachter have overtaken a silver mine to the east. With a haven so close to the city, they boldly walk the streets by night to kill, and worse than kill. Many have been dragged alive from their homes for some unspeakable purpose.
I will never let them take thee.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I shall venture into the silver mine and flush the vermin from their holes.
Thou must not. Thy wound is too great.
Nay, I am resolved. They will pay in blood for the fright they have given thee.
Oh, sir, should they harm thee, my heart...
Come away, Inesca. Thou hast wasted enough of good Sir Christoph's time with thy idle chatter. Christoph, the Lord smiles upon thy wrath. I shall pray for thy victory.
I shall not fail.
Interesting. Okay. Got a text. Yep.
Oh, sir, I pray for thy safety on so perilous a journey.
A blessing and head on out. Okay, let's see.
The cheerful daylight world belies the horrors that prowl by night. How can the good people of Prague go about their business with such evil abroad in the land?
God save and protect thee, his soldier, his wrath and vengeance.
What did he do? Ah, healing salve. Cool. Alright, that is it, I guess. that. Definitely use that.
Hail and well met, Crusader.
Hail and well met to thee, Knights of St. John.
'Tis good to hear the voice of a fellow Frenchman. We Knights of St. John are far from home, and I would we were back in France.
Say not so. We should gladly go to the ends of the earth in service to our Lord. Good day to thee.
Grab me some more.
Hail, good Sir
Salves.
Knight, and welcome. They do say you seek to cleanse the minds of evil. Oh, these demons have brought great suffering to the good people of Prague. Our craftsmen have no silver for their wares, and many proud families now beg for their bread. Please, accept all that my humble end can provide, and the blessings of the Lord be upon your quest.
Yeah, they speak really clear English for French guys, huh? And Old English sounds actually rather clear for English. From what I understand, Old English is actually almost unrecognizable from modern English. I'm actually streaming earlier than I announced on my Facebook page. Just figured I'd just get it started. We'll see who comes in and watches.
Ah, Smithy. Now I may replace my war-weary armor.
I'm also using a widescreen fix for this mod here. I'm using the widescreen fix that was posted on the E-Mods.net forum by Bihar? Bihar did this? That's why the interface looks like it has black borders on the side. And the nothing's stretched. Everything looks good. And actually helps the cutscenes too. So it's actually a really good mod. I'd highly recommend it. Even if you're not playing Age of Redemption, it's definitely gonna
Hail, good Sir
work for
Blacksmith.
those who
I
are
am Christoph, the Sword Breath,
playing on
and I
live
seek to
streams.
replace armor lost in battle.
Ho there, young Crusader. I be Jiri Borajo, and the very boards of me humble shop are honored to be trodden by a sword brethren. And who will ye be slaying in your new armor?
I seek to slay the demons in the silver mines to the east.
You look a bit sickly, Sir Christoph. If ye do seek to spill the blood of the fiends in the mine, ye'll be needing special protection.
The protection of the Lord suffices. I need no more than that.
Ha! Tell that to your armor and sword. Nay, 'tis gypsy charms I be speaking of.
These days we sound very strange to them too.
Where shall I find such gypsy charms?
You must promise me that the gypsy will come to no harm by my telling.
I promise.
I promise.
Go ye to the Golden Lane, where you'll find an herbal shop run by the old gypsy woman Unorna. There ye shall find something to aid ye surely. God be with ye, young one.
Let's see. What do I want to buy here? I don't think I need anything here for now.
Ye have my hand on it. Tis a deal.
The good stuff is now at Unorna's. That's Unorna's babies. The magic store. The gypsy magic store. I go there, find good stuff. Yes. She now has actual gypsy charms that is worth buying.
The shop of the gypsy witch. Dare I enter such a place?
That's a bad camera angle to begin with. I think that's actually that actually cuts his head off on vanilla too. So the camera angle is so darn close on his body.
Hello, young one. What is it you desire?
I desire only to bring the Lord's justice to the evil that has befallen this city. I would know of the devils that rule the night in Prague.
They are vampires. The undead. The blood drinkers.
For this stream, I'm probably going to play as far as I
Hide
can
their
get.
miserable carcasses
I hope
away
to
in
get past the
mines
monastery.
and crypts under the earth. For the very rays of the sun
Probably have
to
some more monastery
scald the
lows-
flesh
flows.
from their bones.
It's going to be
Quite a
some
sight.
Dark Souls shit
And
going on in there.
stench,
I'll be
the
dying a
like
lot.
of which you'll never
I'm playing on hard.
Then perhaps I shall show them the glory of the breaking dawn before dealing them their final mercy.
Weapons cannot kill the fiends, lest their heads be cleft from their undying bodies. You will need more than a buckler of faith to aid you.
Oh, you'll see. So the inventory is very different from the vanilla game now. You have the option to restore the vanilla inventory in the config app, but when you're playing full Age of Redemption features, you get a number of new artifact items in her inventory, like the Orb of Elaine. This is a very powerful artifact in the hands of humans. It disables all vampiric abilities of all vampires nearby while the orb is being worn. And you got Griffin Rings, which add aggravated defense that can come in handy against usual vampire claws and stuff like that. This oil, I think I might need to fix this one because it's supposed to do a lot more faith than that damage. It does actually I think the Orb of St. George does sun damage, actually. That's what it's supposed to be. It's not a faith thing. It's a sun damage thing. I think I need to update that. And Dolores Nail, this has been modified in the Age of Redemption mod. This is a highly effective stake against vampires. It is guaranteed to stake a vampire on hit. Guaranteed. Unlike normal stakes that have a chance to stake, this one's guaranteed to stake. And the only defense a vampire has against this is if they're using like the Heart Shield, or they're using the Heart of Stone Discipline. That's the only thing that'll defend against this. But if they don't have any of that, this is an immediate stake. And it will do holy damage to the vampire while they're staked by it. So it not only damages them, it stakes them. So it's pretty powerful. And Dagger of Thorns. This is the most powerful dagger you can have in the game, actually. And it might sound weird that I put it in here, but this is the only opportunity you get this dagger. And if you look at the description down below, it says human only. So once you become a vampire, you don't want to take this dagger off, because once you take it off as a vampire, you won't be able to put it back on. Yeah. And what else do we got? Well, we got all of the healing items have been altered. They all say they do 100 health restoration, but when you go from ointment to elixir, it's about the speed at which it recovers that 100 health. So the ointment is really slow health regeneration, but it will restore 100 health, but it's very slow. It's ideal for outside of combat. Salves and elixirs, they're more suited for recovering while you're in a fight. Then I have the familiars. These are animals that'll actually sit on your shoulder. So you can buy a bat or you can buy a crow, and they add a little extra effect. Like this crow defends against fire and adds perception, 10 points to your perception stat. This bat, it adds to your cold defense and gives you plus 10 wits. So it's a matter of what you want to choose for that. And when you buy one, and
Go with God, young one.
Put it-
And be
I'll
sure
show it
to
off.
be within the warmth of a hearth when the sun falls. For the foes you have seen are but a small part of the wickedness that walks the streets of Prague by night.
I shall send all such wickedness back to hell.
I'll eventually buy the rest of the artifacts, but I got the respawner all fixed up, so I'll be grinding to get that. So, here you go. You put a crow on, and it's an actual crow. It caws, and I set its frequency of cawing very low, and it won't caw in the middle of a conversation. So it's got specific flags and conditions on it when it's going to be noisy. So I didn't like it cawing in the middle of a conversation, so I had to fix that. So it's normally pretty quiet, but it does caw on occasion, and it's fully animated. Sits on your shoulder, and it protects you. This one protects me from fire and adds +10 to my perception. Yeah, so my perception is 35. And perception is actually a lot more useful in the Age of Redemption mod, as it will affect how often a special effect weapon will proc. So now special effect weapons like flame swords, which you'll be able to buy later on in the game, these weapons have a chance of proccing. Even holy swords have a chance of proccing, and they rely on a specific stat. Usually it's perception. The higher your perception, the more likely it's going to proc its special effect damage. So it's not like the vanilla game where it's guaranteed to proc the damage. It only does it on a die roll. I'm thinking the Orb of Elaine is going to make an interesting challenge run if you're a vampire too, because if you get that orb and you decide to play it as a vampire, it's going to affect you as well. It's going to affect you, it's going to affect your entire party. It's going to prevent you from using blood healing, and you can't even use scrolls. So you would have to think about that as like a challenge run if you were going to consider buying the Orb of Elaine in the Age of Redemption mod. It could be an interesting thing to see. I might give it a try as a challenge run, but I don't. I tried doing it like when I was broadcasting on Twitch as a test. I was trying to do it on Twitch. I don't know if Twitch still has my video archived on there, but I was trying to broadcast that and show it off, and I was dying left and right. Man, that's not easy, being without blood healing. But I also
to you, young sir.
modified the Orb of Elaine where it has a larger area of effect, and it not only prevents nearby vampires from casting disciplines, but it removes any buffs that they put on themselves if they get affected by the Orb of Elaine. So if they had any like Fortitude active, it deactivates it. So you can lose your Fortitude, you can lose any of your buffs that you had active, any negative debuffs that you had on your enemies. If they were vampires, they would lose those buffs. Everything that you cast stops working in the presence of the Orb of Elaine. I'm going to get on some armor here. And let me see here. Should I buy? Yeah, and I updated Greek Fire stat to be accurate to how much damage it will do total. That's the total potential amounts of damage it can do. That's not guaranteed to do 350, and it's not going to do 350 all at once. That's the total amount it will do over the time it exists in the world. So it creates a large flame, and you got to be careful when you're using this, because you don't want to get caught in that either, because that Greek Fire will mess you up. So you got to tactically decide how far you're going to go with that. So you throw that at a distance. Don't throw that at point blank range. You can end yourself real quick with that. But it's the all quick items in the Age of Redemption 2017 are going to be considerably more powerful, because quick items they take some preparation to use. So I figured to balance that preparation out, they should give you a better effect. So let's see here. Oh, and I also made it to where all the helmets will appear on your head too, so
You have my
I'll
hand
show
on it.
that off.
Is that deal?
So the crow appears. I'll take the crow off and put a helmet on. Ta-da! So the helmets now appear as well. And this will work in multiplayer. So But I'm gonna wear the crow. And what else should I? I'll keep this sword, starting sword for the time being, and do a little bit of grinding, get some of my cash up and all that. Yeah, the amount of tactical options in Age of Redemption 2017 is going to be considerably higher. I may have to rebalance the shots probably before launch. But,
take care outside the gates of the city, good Sir Knight. For all those that wander the highways alone after nightfall are seldom heard from again. Even the strongest of warriors have disappeared. The streets of Prague are no longer safe after dark, but beyond the city walls all hell walks the night. Hell that disgorges from yonder castle at Viscerot.
looks like I have a minor glitch. Just checking my YouTube channel here.
The mines, Crusader. If mere men could kill the Hellspawn, we Knights of St. John would have slain them long ago.
We lock these gates as the last rays of the sun die in the mountains. Pass within before dark, or wait without until dawn. I pray for thy safe return.
Looks like we're still broadcasting just fine. I'm using my little tablet to monitor the channel.
These carts still hold their ore. The diggers have fled this place in haste, and the fiends have not seen fit to continue such honest labor.
I'm going to use the torch for now. And just like previous versions of Age of Redemption, the torch has been made a lot more useful than in vanilla. It not only creates light, but all of your melee attacks they add fire damage. So they add plus 5 fire damage. So I will put that in. But they also have a duration, so they'll last up to 5 minutes before they burn out. So I need to buy more torches.
The odor of freshly mined earth is laden with the foul stench of death.
Oh, okay.
What mystery lies moldering here? This poor soul died without a wound, save a bit of blood at the throat.
Oh. Ow. Well, because I have Venesca's blessing, I don't really need to use any of the ointments right now. Get that health regeneration. That's a pretty powerful thing to have. Venesca's blessing. I got that damage handicap. Did I pick up 2 daggers? Yeah, we caught 2 daggers? Really? Alright, fine. You're gonna give me 2 daggers. I ain't gonna object. It's double the money.
Wild dogs? Nay, rats!
Facebook Well, down, damn it. Aye, it's dead. Torch is about to go. Oh no. Frenzy. It's attacking him. What blade is that? That's a rusty blade. The chance that might actually be a good blade. Okay, just put it down. Put it down. Deal with this problem. Okay. I get it. Ah, level 2. Already starting to respawn. Eventually I have to head back to town. Get this gear sold off and get some new gear. I don't want any. Fine rep here, that might actually be better. More accuracy. And yep, more accuracy. That's a big bit. Where are you running off to? Come back here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, no. I did. Oh, I did. There we go. Okay. At least try to get the sewer. Those rats are a real problem. I'll get the shield. I'll get the shield from the next level. Hey, down. Get away. And, there we go.
Reclaim this treasure from the clutches of evil and reconsecrate it to a godly purpose. My burdens prevent further cumbrance.
Yeah. There we go. Got the sheet. Now we go. Oh, alright. Hey. Nope. Ow. Yeah, this might be a rough fight. Until I come back with the dagger of thorns. Die already? No? This could be a problem. Oh, that's the problem. Smash button till dead. At least that regeneration's helping. It's frustrating for him as it is for me. Die! Smash button till dead. About time. Dead, my crikey. Jesus. Okay, well, I'm full. I am full. I have no room for anything. Alright, guess I'll have to head back to town. Yeah, okay, well. Can't pick up anything. I can pick up that gold or silver. I'm full. I need to go back to town. Sell the goodies. Get more goodies. Oh, and that's just blessings wearing off. Gonna have to start using these elixirs then. Oh boy. That works. Alright, down here. avoidance prevents further encumbrance. Story of my life. Yeah, attack him. Bite him in the ass. Yeah, he deserves it. Get him. Get him. Get him good. Thank you. No, no. No, I don't want any. Let's see if I can wear this on. I can put this on. I can put this on. I'll do that. What's this? Another one? I'll take it. Die! Die! No, don't bite me in the butt. I'm leaving. I'm done with you. How dare you bite me like that? What was that? Oh no! No, I don't want any. Oh God. I need to use a health potion. I don't want any. Go away. Go. Oh, all this fun. Go back. No, don't point at me. I need to get back. I need to get back. Stop getting stuck on everything. Whoa. Move it. Oh God. Unwanted attention. I'm gonna die. That's so annoying. And that disease doesn't go away. You have to cure it. That disease isn't going away. That's there. Well, it's really bad to go into the mines without disease potions. Without vaccines. Very bad. Well, they like to do that.
Who comes there? Behold! The great crusader ends his day in retreat. Back for another rest in the nunnery?
Between wisdom and courage, 'tis better to be wise.
Yeah, those rats like to go right at your ass. Bite you right in the eyes. I was only afflicted with level 1 disease. No, that's still enough to be problematic. Ow. I'm gonna die before getting over to him. That's good. I need another one.
Oh, sir, I pray that the light of the Lord fill thy body with strength and vigor.
Thank you. That'll help. And now I need a disease vaccine. And some better weapons. Oh! Those rats are a real problem in the Age of Redemption mod. They're a real problem, especially on hard difficulty.
Here be my wares.
Let's see. Let's get this stuff. Okay, I need a disease vaccine. Yes, I do. I'm gonna sell a number of these actually. I got a different tactic in Alright, let's get that. Dagger of Thorns.
My burdens prevent further cumbrance.
Farewell, young
I'll be
one.
back. Get rid of that. Okay. Now I can think straight. I'm gonna sell some weapons and then I'll go get that dagger. I got too much stuff. Ah! Give me these things. Go buy that helmet. So, filthy here to show off. Yeah. Get some.
Good day to ye, young sir.
At risk of getting an STD in his case. Am I right? Okay, what do I need? What do I need? I need a whetstone.
Good day to ye.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. But I might just sell that because I want the
Good
dagger
day
of
to ye,
thorns.
young sir.
So, okay. Let's see.
Good day to ye.
I'll rethink my strategy. We'll get that dagger.
Hello, young one. What is it you desire?
Desire more money. So I can get all these good things. Alright, let's see here. I am going to get this. Maybe an orbital lane. No, actually I want to grab invisibility. Yeah, that'll be better.
Farewell, young one.
Because since the Dagger of Thorns, it now works in synergy with catching the target off guard. So you get critical hits if the target's distracted, under negative mental effects, or you are using an obfuscate type power, which includes invisibility. So if you use that, the damage of that dagger increases based on the level of your obfuscate. In this case, all scrolls in Age of Redemption 2017 have been increased to level 5. So that essentially means that this dagger can do up to 5 times the amount of damage to a target while you have invisibility active. So that makes it the most powerful thing I could possibly have. Oh, I need to buy more of those. I need to buy more disease vaccines. I'd rather not go out there without one. It wouldn't be a good idea. Not really.
Here be my wares.
The tactic I'm going to use, I'm not going to use any of these holy waters. I'm actually going to use if I need a disease vaccine, I'll buy a couple. And I'll buy the orb of Elaine.
Farewell, young one.
Put that bugger on. There we go. That's a game changer. Spend all my cash. Not a lot of money, man. Hopefully that should do the trick for the time being. Allergies. Yeah, I'm living here in Washington. We have to deal with the smoke from the fires in Canada. It's like for a while we could smell that maple. You could smell the maple trees that were burning all the way up there. I was looking at the satellite footage of that. That was crazy. That's flaring up my allergies real bad. See if these guys are still tracking me. Oh, got a rat over there. Let's see here. Time to go invisible. Yeah. See, I did 5.5 times critical damage. So this dagger is like really powerful. There we go. 2 shot at him. This should go a lot faster now. I think I'll save up enough cash to get the Dolores nail. I'll use that on Azra. That'll make quick work of Azra. I'll show that off. There we go. This is now a walk in the park with these items here. This is how you get an easy run. Also, I can get quite a bit of experience. Yeah, 1 shot at that. That's no longer a problem. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, daggers are a lot more useful now. Because this actually, it applies the new dagger bonus. So, Dagger Thorns, in addition to doing additional faith damage to vampires, it also applies a new dagger stealth bonus. So you get additional critical damage when you attack a target that's unaware of you, that's maybe distracted by someone else, or they're under the effects of a mental discipline of some sort. They're dazed or mesmerized, or they're fearful. Even if they're running from you, if you get a backstab on someone who's under the effects of fear, that'll do it. And all of those bonuses will stack if you're invisible while you're doing that too. So. Uh-oh. It's getting hit off Nancy. No, that's not cool. Try to get off these rats here. I'm gonna wait. I only got 2 vaccines. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. Come on up. Come on up. Oh yeah. It's an experience. This damn rat disease. Ugh. Looks like the respawn is working like it should now. That's been fixed from 2015 edition. So. Actually works as advertised. Oh, dagger. Good. More money. Money, money, money. I need more money. Get me a Dolores nail. Yeah, when you got all the Quietus abilities too. Quietus or Quietus. What's Quietus? I don't know. But, yeah, those are in Age of Redemption, so yeah, it would be a viable asinine run. Another thing I'm thinking about doing, I was working on the crafting system a little bit. I haven't implemented it in this yet, but I've wait till we're trying to finish this conversation. So let's interrupt everything. Uh-oh. Yeah. Gonna move on here before the big guy comes back. All systems go, hopefully. Looks like it was glitching. I thought that was my internet. Doing that on my end. YouTube acting funny. Ah, damn. Get out of there! There we go. Checking to make sure I didn't get a stack this time. Where we suck. Plenty of room in my inventory. Going for a bit. I must have lost my train of sight after that train. She scattered that guy. He ain't no thing. He ain't no thing now. Got dagger of thorns, bitch. Oh, fuck you up. More money in the bank. More money in the bank. There we go. Definitely. Some more money. More money, 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 money. Probably need to go buy some more invisibility scrolls because I'm using them up so quick. Probably use that. There we go. What about disease? Oh boy. I can see that. Get out of here. Oh boy. They're spawning. Coming back. It's a rather big difference when you're not invisible. The dagger's not as powerful. Thing got chicken wing on the screen. Yeah, this widescreen fix definitely looks like it affected the FOV quite a bit. It's like everything looks lighter for sure. Definitely, yeah. That's a pretty good fix that B-Hard did. I think it meant B-Hard. But yeah, his fix is up on it's in the mod section of the E-Mods.net forum. So if you haven't tried that out, definitely, I would recommend it. It's a really good mod. There's another version of a widescreen fix up on Steam, but that uses an executable rather than a number of loose files that you just put in your main directory. Because I think B-Hard's fix is just it's a number of UI fixes, so you just plop that into your main directory and it should work for vanilla, it should work for Age of Redemption. Some more invisibility skills with the dagger. Do some work.
Welcome, child.
Okay. This stuff sold off. There we go. That should afford me a Dolores now. Plus some other things. I need to also make sure I got more disease vaccines as well. So I'll buy this. I'll buy more of those because
Farewell, young one.
So there we go. I'm going to show that off when I go fight at Ozra. Oh! Actually, I will sell some weapons and then I'll make some more money and I'll come back and buy some more invisibility scrolls. Definitely need those. I'll do that when I get back. I can only buy a couple right now.
Good day to ye, young sir. Good day to you.
Put that on hand in case of emergency. There we go. That should be good.
Hello, young
Let's
one.
see here.
What is it you desire?
I desire invisibility. There we go. Here,
Go
that's how
with
to do
God,
it.
young
That'll get me through the rest of the dungeon. Theoretically. Still got time left on the blessing, so that should hold off. Wait for a bit, hopefully. Need to expedite a little bit, maybe. Get through this level. Might also want to spend on some stats here too. I got over 3,000 experience from that, so I should probably spend up a bit. Let's see here. More dexterity. I like to be able to hit something. There's some wits. There we go. There we go. Spend it all. All good. Walking Simulator Redemption Edition. F4? That's probably going to be F4. So dark in here. Maybe we can use a torch. Come on at me, bro. Trying to save my invisibility scrolls. I'm trying to save the cloaks for now. I'll use them on the second level. I already opened up the shortcut, so that already expedites it a little bit. Respawn proc. Let's see. Alright, we got something coming up here. See how quick I expedite this here. Ow! Lay down. Lay down. Oh yeah! A whole lot faster. Rusty dagger? Yes, I think it'd be a exquisite dagger. There's some work on that guy. There ain't nothing left. There I go again. Yeah, I ain't leaving much left of them. Yeah. My crow seems to agree. We'll take these standard shitty steaks. This is for the regular prep. That's it. Okay, that's my invisibility going away. I was like, oh, not my MS blessing. That's cool. It's cool. It's fine. It's fine. I can survive. I will survive. I don't know the rest of the words of this song. Haha. Vanished. You all dead. Like ninja. I end you. Goodies. Got as much goodies as I can. Already full. No, I'm not. You're shit. Got lots of rusty daggers. Okay. Oh. Another rusty sword. Potential of being rather lucrative exquisite blade. Sell those. Okay, I'm gonna put on the Dolores nail here. Do a number on her. This thing is gonna do some work.
Blasphemy! Let the builders of this mockery of a holy cathedral show their wicked faces. Out, blaspheming wretch! Taste the steel of righteousness!
I am Alza, the unliving, and I bid thee welcome to my domain. I have found thee an hospitable and ungrateful guest.
God strike thee down, she-devil! Accursed creature! Earth has no room for such as thee!
Verily, all the earth is all dominion. With every passing day our numbers swell. We shatter all defenses and corrupt all holy places. The winds shall rule all God, and everyone, mortal and canine alike, will tremble at our coming.
Hellspawn, the purity of the holy places protects them from thy evil.
Purity can be sullied, and holiness can be defiled. The mercies of our abysmal shall awaken soon. Ye shall defile all that is pure, and leave corruption his weak. In defilement lies his strength. Purity is sweet to him, as thy rich blood is sweet wine to me.
Die, thou damned beast. God hath spat thee out of heaven in ancient times, and now I scourge thee from the earth. Die, and burn far from the sight of God.
Alright, here we go. That's the orbit Elaine at work. She tried to spawn something and it disappeared shortly after. And she's not able to use any of her abilities. Oh, God. Oh. Here, let me make myself invisible and heal myself here for a moment. When did I take damage? Oh, must have been from her, little, slot stick she summoned. Alright, here we go. You're done. You're done. You're done.
The sweet redemption of our Lord is forbidden to the likes of thee. Thou hast no home now but the eternal torments of hell.
Alright. So I'm going to spend on the 5 points of faith here because there's a little experience gain trick to that. Notice when I was doing a stream on Facebook, a number of people were like confused, like, why are you spending on faith? There's a experience gain that you get from that when you turn into a vampire, so that's why I'm doing it. Let's see here, do I need anything else? I'll spend a little bit more on manipulation, get a few points in there. And there we go. I'll grab that dagger, thank you. Money! Money! And more money. It's chunk change, but it's money! I'll take it.
An amulet of St. Jude. 'Tis an omen. If I redeem so holy a relic from this ungodly tomb, surely this saint shall grant me his favor.
Respawn's proccing. They're coming back. I could farm, but I guess I'll move on. Let's get out of this chapter and try to get to the monastery. It's going to be rough. It's going to be real rough.
Who comes there? Ah, the Crusader ends his day in retreat. Back for another rest in the nunnery?
All of Prague may rest. I have claimed the head of the demon queen.
It's
Praise be to
it's done done
Christos,
as
champion of
a,
Prague.
done as a script. And its stake effect is also a scripted effect. It's not a normal stake effect. It's not like the stakes that just use, the end game proc of staking. So it's all custom script. Depending on who you stake with the Dolores now, it could also appear, the stake will actually appear in their stomach. But the Azra model and the way the lighting is kind of hard to see the stake on her. But if you stake like other vampires,
of Prague to ring out your
it'll
victory,
show.
Christoph. The whole city prizes your handiwork.
And I prize thine.
Let's see here. I'll sell you. And let's see here. We'll buy.
Good day to ye.
Let's see what we got. We got a pretty good blade out of that. We'll get our money back on that one. Get a decent amount back on that. That's a nice one. Alright.
Good day to ye, young sir. Good day to ye.
Get this dagger going. It's another exquisite one.
Good day to ye, young sir.
Alright. So now I saw off the rest of those.
Good day to ye.
as much.
I bid ye welcome, and sing your praises for the slaying of Azra the Unliving.
Without thy lore, I could not have slain her, so I thank thee for thy wise counsel. But Azra said many things that did shake my soul. I would have benefit of thy lore.
Ask thy questions.
Alright. Yeah, I already know.
I
this.
thank thee.
Let's move the story right along here. Sell a few of these. I'll sell a few. And get some of that money back. St. George. Probably use some more of these. I think just maybe 2. That's about it. I don't think I'll need more than that. I think everything else is fairly well covered. Can't really afford that. Those Griffin
Take
rings.
care.
Some of those guaranteed stake hits that they have like outlandish stats. That's the only way to proc it guaranteed, though. I mean, outside of scripting it, just making a JavaScript. Is there anything else I need? And I did increase the accuracy of these stakes. I mean, the vanilla game, I think, sets the accuracy to 0, while in Age of Redemption it sets it to 30, which increases it a little bit, but not nearly as effective as a Dolores Nail. But they are cheaper. They are considerably cheaper. And a skilled player could still get a pretty good proc.
I am newly returned from the silver mines. The evil therein is no more.
The splendor of the Lord rains down upon thee, Christoph. I give thee this wrought silver cross for thy labors.
I would hear all thou knowest of Vampire Lord, that I might fight them more wisely.
They are evil. That is all thou need knowest. I do not corrupt my soul with knowledge beyond that.
I thank thee.
Hurrah! Hurrah for Christoph! The mines are safe again. All hail the crusading hero of Prague.
Hurrah!
We thank thee for restoring the mines. We finally have new silver to craft and sell. God bless thee, Sir Christoph.
My heart warms to see the people rejoice, and yet Azra's words chill me to the core. I fear that evil endures in Prague.
Alright, let's see. Oh. That's worth something. Sell that off.
Good morrow, milady.
Good morrow, my lord. We give thanks that the mines are restored to godly condition, and we rejoice to see thee in health after such danger.
Yet there is danger in health, for I must forego thy tender ministrations.
My lord,
Yet now I suffer a new affliction, for which thou hast the only cure.
I shall serve thee in any way I can, my lord.
I have retrieved a sacred relic, milady, the amulet of St. Jude. I wouldst give it thee, milady, for thy devoted care.
I take no gifts. The Lord's work is favor enough.
It is the dearest of all I have, and thou art the dearest of all I have not. Please, keep this for my sake.
And there's a problem with the connection. Make sure I want together. Oh, let me get another blessing from her.
Oh, sir, I pray that the light of the Lord fill thy body with strength and vigor.
There we go. That should last for the Protect Prague by night.
Good day, Archbishop Giza.
Explain thy intentions toward good sister Ineska. I command thee to speak only truth before God.
I find her the fairest of all God's creatures, and bemoan the cruel fate that hath placed her beyond my reach. In another time and place, we might have found happiness together, as man and wife.
Such thoughts are evil. Thy concupiscence damns thy soul and dooms Ineska. I command thee, purge such lusts from thy heart. If not for thy sake, then for hers. Do not tempt her away from her holy orders, thou wicked, selfish boy. She is out of thy star, and is not for the likes of thee. Her place is with me, with us, here, in the convent. And thy place is out in the wilderness,
got it bad,
striking
too.
the fear of God into the hearts of the heathen.
He probably has naughty thoughts
If thou
about
art
her.
strong enough to entertain such lusts, thou art strong enough to return to thy regiment.
Alas, they are too far away.
Well, the streets of Prague are still host to unclean demons. Perhaps thou shouldst destroy these abominations to expend some of thy hot blood.
I must protest. My place is here. The demon queen confessed they sought to defile holy places. 'Tis my duty to protect these hallowed grounds when next they attack.
Thy archbishop shall dictate thy duty. Hunt them in the streets.
Fine. But around the cathedral.
I obey. But I shall protect the streets in front of the cathedral and convent as well.
I shall be watching thee, thou immoral lad.
Oh. That's a weird micro stutter. Huh. That's a weird micro stutter. Whoa. Whoa. Calm down. Calm down. Let's see here. Maybe Alt Tab out. Micro stutter happening here? No. Just in the game, huh? That's weird. That's weird. Is that my mod doing that? That's weird. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that's kind of micro stuttering for me. I think anybody else has seen that. I hope that's not going to last forever.
Behold, 'tis the Crusader, the demon slayer who purifies the minds. Raise your cups in his honor. To Christoph.
Not so bad in here. Not so bad in here, but ooh, that is really weird. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, it's affecting my controls. Okay, whoa. That's weird. I might need to figure out whether that's my mod doing that. That's not. Ooh, that might need to be fixed. Weird behavior.
Oh, 'tis the little warrior. I bet you're soft and tender inside your tin britches.
I'll eat your gizzard while it's still attached to your quivering body. This is thy payment for bringing final death to Azeroth the Unliving.
to get me. Trying to get me. Oh, well. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, got him. That's rough. That's rough. Ouch. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Okay, got him.
Alarms from within the convent. Aneska, I will protect thee. The Archbishop be
stuttering on the stream? Huh. Weird. It is stuttering on my end. Ooh. Kind of periodic, once per second stutter.
Christoph, thou hast brought evil into this holy place. This taint follows thy soiled soul.
No, my FPS is going all over the place right now.
Purity burns like unto the sun.
Back to the abyss, hellspawn. Thou art anathema in the eyes of God. Die and be damned!
Away with thee! We forbid thee to defile this holy place!
Oh, alright. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Triumphs for all. Master Vogelmacher meant thy blood.
Okay, that canceled. I'm getting cornered. Alright, let my health regen. Let my health regen. Got him. Okay. That's a lot of fun. I'll get you too. This guy's a big problem. Go away. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay.
It appears that I am once again in thy debt, brave sir, for coming to us in our time of need.
As I am in thy debt, for saving my life with thy tender care, and for thy uncommon valor in standing with me against the forces of hell.
I pray, my lord, that thou art always near to deliver us from this evil.
Milady, I pledge my arm to thy cause for as long as I draw breath and beyond.
Then I have faith in the safety of our humble convent.
His skill is great, and he fights with the strength of a demon.
His courage has opened the minds again. Think how the gift of Cain would enhance the might of such a man.
Aye. He has done great service to the Promethean cause by dispatching Azra without our involvement. But this decision must be made with surpassing care.
I'll restart.
With so many of us missing, we need his sword in the coming tumult. The other clans are surely considering him for the embrace by now.
Just in case.
No doubt. But hast thou forgotten the power the Church wields over the minds of these mortals, Cosmos? His faith is the strength behind his steel. Stripped of his faith, would he be of any use to us, I wonder?
He has been cut from the herd by his wound. He's been separated from the heart of his sword brethren by many miles. Like any stray, he is more malleable. He may bend rather than break.
Thou art wise, Cosmos. How well thou knowest the hearts of men of war. Yet, I am not convinced.
The Premises are enraged at his continuing interference in their plans. I have learned that they have now placed a rich bounty upon his head. He'll not outlive the next one.
Get thee to the Prince, and tell him that this night, Ekaterina the Wise awakens another into darkness.
Thy will is done.
And Cosmos, should this Christoph falter or fail, he must fall.
Lady Aneska, I must speak with thee.
Hush, lest thou rouse the convent with thy clamor.
I have wandered the city for hours, yet each turn of the streets did lead me back here.
My lord, 'tis dusk. Thou shouldst not be out of doors. Fiends shall soon be legion.
I would fight all fiends of hell to stand at thy door.
And how may our holy order assist his lordship this eve?
Milady, thou must hear me. I sought to tell thee once before, but fear took my voice.
What power could daunt the man who hath faced demons from hell?
The face of an angel from heaven.
Oh, my lord,
Thou hast stuck me a wound that heals not. My life's blood pours out before me, and I cannot stanch it. I do love thee, fair Aneska. I do love thee with a passion I have never known.
My lord, I must protest. Such love is an affront to heaven.
If thou deny me, I am undone.
I cannot deny thee. I, too, am afflicted with a wound for which thou art the only cure. My soul fell when first I beheld thee, and now my heart is cleft in twain. My love of God and my love of thee have torn me to ribbons, for I must betray one to keep faith with the other.
Thus my sins do pour out before me, for I have spilt my wickedness upon thy innocent bosom.
Nay, 'tis my wanton desire that hath ensnared thy virtuous heart. I was a fool to confess my heart to thee. Gladly would I imperil mine own soul, but never thine.
And truly we are lost. Our souls are beyond all hope of redemption.
My lord, look thou at the locket thou didst give me. 'Tis the locket of St. Jude, the patron saint of lost causes.
Thus fate makes a bitter mockery of our plight.
Say not so. Where the saints tread, hope follows. Perhaps St. Jude shall bring us hope past all hope. I pray we find a way.
I pray so too. Thy hopeful words have filled my heart with courage, and I can leave satisfied. Farewell, fair Aneska.
Nay, the streets are not safe at night. Thou must stay here in the convent till the sun shines again.
May God have mercy upon my soul, for the devil has just placed into my heart the most impure of notions. I do tremble to confess it, but I feel I would cast away all holiness to stay. I would exchange an eternity of heaven's bliss for one night by thy side.
Know thee that thou art not alone in such desires.
Then truly I am damned. I am condemned for my lust, but I must not drag thee into the abyss with me. I must flee this holy place and return no more.
My lord, come back!
I lie. I command thee.
Thou struggles nobly. I love such passion. A lesser man could not even speak in my grasp.
What art thou? A demon sent from hell?
I am here to save thee, Christoph. To deliver thee from thy mortal shackles.
By the power of the Lord Eternal, I banish thee from my presence.
Poor child. Thy faith died long ago. Amidst a dread battle, thou came to know thy true nature. Thou art a killer of men, no matter how thou dost try to justify thy deeds. Thou kills not when compelled by God, but when ordered by men. Now come to me. I am the mother of thy rebirth.
I know thy ways, demon, and I have lore enough to kill thee.
Nay, thou art helpless in my hands as a naked babe.
Nay! Oh, nay! Water. Kreska, water, I beg of thee. I thirst. I starve.
I am Ekaterina the Wise, Ekaterina the Promethean, Ekaterina, the leader of the Bruja clan. We are the children of Cain, and now thou art one of us.
God have mercy on my soul. I am damned.
Steady now, whelp. Thou lackst the strength to fight, and I would slice thee in twain without hesitation.
Thou must feed, my child, before the hunger overtakes thee and drives thee mad.
Am I now a miserable demon, stealing blood to live? Damned and cursed to hell? Is this all that remains of noble Christoph?
Nay, my child. There is far more to thee than ever before. Thou art Bruja now. We Bruja are the philosophers of Cain's lineage. Where other clans treasured gold and trinkets, we sought pure wisdom. We strove to unravel the thorny knots that bind the very gates of heaven. Are we damned? Nay, we are exalted. In fabled Carthage, we lived in concordance with all mortals. Together we sought the secrets of Eden, that the children of Cain and the children of Seth would be raised up. But the hated Ventru grew jealous of our power. The patrician clan betrayed us, and tried to destroy us. We survived, but fabled Carthage did not. Despite this great loss, we Prometheans continue our search for harmony with all mortals.
We are the most noble of our breed, Christoph. We seek only the fulfillment of the dream that was Carthage. But we need thy help to achieve this goal. A war lies ahead. A terrible battle that calls for warriors like us.
Wars among devils do not concern me.
We will cause thee to think otherwise, whelp.
Enough, Cosmos! The Bruja blood needs time to cool. Come, let us leave our young one to think upon his situation. But know this, Christoph, thou would have been killed or embraced by our enemies on this night. We have given thee life eternal, and awakened thee to the true face of thy world. I do not expect gratitude, but our clan requires loyalty or death.
There is no life in me. Even my heart has ceased to beat. My very soul has been stripped from me. There is nothing left for salvation or damnation.
Thou needs must pledge fealty to thy new mistress.
No.
I do not agree to serve thee. I reject thee and shun thy evil works. I take my leave of thee.
Insolent whelp, I forbid it! Tempt not my wrath.
The man he was can do little else, Ekaterina.
The vampire he is must do otherwise, Cosmos.
He will learn, should he survive his own folly.
Thou speakest sagely, Cosmos. Very well, Christoph. I shall not strike thee down for this one act of disobedience. And if thou leavest now, I shall not move to stop thee. But neither shall I lift my hand to save thee from reaping the fruits of such disobedience.
Then farewell, fair cruelty. I take my leave of thy damnable house and my own damnable unlife. For only in death can I find solace for the loss of my soul.
Such a death would not end thy accursed existence, but curse it even further. Shouldst thou ever meet a wraith, thou would understand that thy present torment is paradise compared to the anguish of those in the Shadowlands. Thou dost owe me a great debt for saving thee from a far greater damnation. And for that debt of life, I desire that thou heed the word of thy mistress Ekaterina, at least until thou hast sense enough to come in out of the sun. Do that, and guard my back on an important mission, and I will consider our account settled. Now, let us return to Ekaterina.
Kristoff, thou must understand that our enemies are legion, and none more vile than Clan Zamitsi, which infests Prague like a plague. The fiends seek thy death in payment for the slaying of Azra and her Shlachta servitors. If thou art to survive, thou must quickly master the powers of thy blood. Thou must pay heed to all our laws, or thou wilt become a gibbering monster like the Zamitsi. Our first law.
Mistress Ekaterina, I crave thy indulgence. Kristoff is a man of action. His learning shall be the greater on the field of battle than the parlors of the Prometheans. Let me take him on my mission to Garanal's Haven, where he may learn our ways firsthand. I could use a stout broadsword protecting my back.
Kristoff is not yet ready.
Verily, he is as ready as he shall ever be.
I would have thy counsel, Cosmos.
Kristoff is no bourgeois philosopher. His hot blood cools too much when he has no mission and curdles. Send him forth. If he survives, he will have mastered our ways.
Very well. Kristoff, go thou with Wilhelm Stryker. Trust what he says if thou wouldst outlive the night. Go, my swordsman, and strike deep into the lair of our dear ally, Garanal the Cappadocian.
Time to cut thy teeth, fledgling.
Alright, do I still have that micro-stutter going on here? A little bit. A little bit here. Let me save. I'm gonna save and then I'm gonna find supplies. So I'll save here. University. I'm gonna restart for a moment and then start it back on up. There we go. Alright. Let's see if that helped. Stuttering issues. That's not it. Where is my... Oh, right there. that's a later save. Alright. Okay, so restarting the game fixed the micro stutter issue, so the game's working right now. Alright. Alright. Bird seems to be okay. Got me a fine blade out of that. Ooh, yeah. So, yeah, the moment I take these off, I won't be able to put them back on. These are human only now. That shield's human only as well. No, I can take the crow off, put it back on, but yeah, that cross is no longer accessible to me. Let's see, what do you have? I need to fix that. Because I altered the Holbert where now it requires 60 strength, but yeah, Wilhelm only has like 35 strength, so I'm just gonna have to sell that. So, and then I got this here, this icon that's blinking in the corner. Your blood does not obey. That's because of this bugger right here, Orb of Elaine. That is affecting me, and it's affecting my coterie. So yeah, that's that could be a problem.
Stand thy ground.
Make sure I'm in defensive mode before going into town here.
Ekaterina is a scholar, not a warrior born. She would keep her fledgling studying vampire lore in her nest till Gehenna comes, and never hurl them from the nest to test their wings. But I cannot spend hours debating Cainite wisdom in a university.
Yeah,
give me a stout broadsword in my hand, and the sweet taste of my foe's blood on my tongue, and I have all the wisdom I need. And I suspect thou art akin to me.
I
am not akin to thee, Blood Guzzler.
Like.
I strike only those that deserve
it
my
barely
steel.
Sounds like English.
I do not murder the innocents to gorge on their blood.
Thou shalt feed upon blood, or thou shalt die. But thou need not kill to do so. Drink only so much blood as will sustain thee. Suffer thy prey to live on, for to kill during the feeding is to violate our Promethean ethic. And that way lies the beast.
The beast?
A beast born of Cain's sin doth coil within thy breast, Kristoff. Keep it at bay, or be lost forever. Acts of cruelty unleash that beast, until it rules thee, as it rules many of Azra's kin.
The beast made them madmen?
Nay, the mad vampires are called Malkavian. Shouldst thou meet one, God help thee. Shouldst thou need his assistance, God cannot help thee. Nay, the beast is not mere madness, but demonic possession by the curse of Cain. We Prometheans are wayfarers in the land of the beast, but we stray not from the road of humanity, the Via Humanitas. By our acts of compassion are we saved from the jaws of the beast. Remember this always, or be devoured from within.
Like the Stephan's Dome. I think the Stephan's Dome in Vienna, that didn't come about till way later.
Thou hast life everlasting.
Plus you got
so long as thou
plate
keepest
mail.
thy pallid flesh hidden
Plate mail
from
wasn't
the sun's
invented during
hateful
this time.
rays. The life-giving sun only brings death to the likes of us. Each day we must retreat to our haven in the chambers below the university.
It's a lot closer to German, huh? Yeah. Kind of figured that. Okay, this microstutter has came back. I get the feeling this might be caused by some sort of throttle. I might be getting throttled. I noticed you guys aren't really seeing the microstutter, but it's affecting my gameplay. Just gonna try to deal with it. The thing is, I don't get this microstutter when I'm broadcasting to Facebook. That's the only time I don't get the microstutter. I might have to turn down the quality because I'm broadcasting in 1080p right now. I may have to broadcast in 720p. Maybe lower the bit rate to 2 megabits rather than 3 megabits. I think I'm going too fast. I think I'm getting throttled. I'm only on Wi-Fi. Not really on, not on fiber optics or any of that. So anyway, this orbital lane is preventing me from using any of my feed, blood healing. I can't use my blood strength, can't do that. Can't use celerity. Potence don't work, none of that stuff. And he's also affected, he can't use any of that. Nope, everything's disabled for him, so it's affecting everyone in the area. Every vampire in the area is being negatively affected by the orbital lane. That's something to consider. I mean, it sounds like something you could do as a challenge run because it can serve for or against you.
Good day to you, young sir.
Let me see here. Maybe I could probably hand that.
You have my hand on it.
You know what?
Is it here?
You can have that. No, wait. Actually, yeah. If I'm gonna give that a try, probably. Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah, and I also got a pretty good experience from that thing that I did with Faith.
Good day to you, young sir.
A little earlier. And here's the altered inventory in Age of Redemption 2017 for the smithy after you become a vampire. This is pretty much everything. This is like, for now, I'm putting everything on there just so, you know, for multiplayer as well, this can come in handy in co-op because it gives you, it gives your players access to everything they need, and it adds a whole bunch of tactical options for you. Later on, maybe before release, I'll consider like toning it down to where it's like progressive. That way, over time, as you do missions, the inventory gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But for now, I got everything in there. This also allows me to debug some things too, so I can like look at what's on here and maybe fix something up that needs fixing. So let me see here. I need a whetstone, fix up an axe.
Good day to you.
Wait, I'm gonna hand that over to him because I don't want to lose my dagger of thorns. That's an exquisite axe. That axe is actually better than that Flamberg. So I'm gonna hand that off. So what? Bathroom break. Alright. And my battery's filling up. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, that was a good pass. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's see here. All right, what do we got here? I need to sell off.
Good day to you, young sir.
This stuff here. I'll sell that off too. Sell that off too. Yeah, I can sell that too. And let's see here. Yeah, I can buy that. Yeah.
Good day to you.
That should do it. Oh, right. I'll hand that to him. I think I'll buy him a bat. Get a bat on his shoulder. Yeah. Just to show off both of them. Alright. Really? Right, without feed, I have to drink from. I have to drink Beta's. I can't use any of those. That's the problematic. Let's see here. Could be a
I
problem.
grow faint. The hunger overcomes thee. The beast strengthens as thou weaken from lack of blood. Canst thou feel him uncoiling in thy heart? Thou must feed.
Feed or die, Christoph, for I shall kill thee before I let the beast claim thee.
Alright, let's see. Nope, can't do anything for him. Microstudies.
These powers tempt me to dark acts. How easily could I rain devastation on all who vex me?
Thy fear and thy power conspire to make of thee a beast. Seek thee an anchor for thy humanity, a rock to cling to when storms come.
Aneska.
Love for a mortal is the most dangerous of all anchors.
I must see Aneska.
That is most unwise. The cheerful world of daylight is lost to thee.
I must see her again, just to look upon her for a moment.
Ekaterina would not be pleased. Oh, very well. Shouldst thou display valor on our mission this night, I shall take thee to the convent, but only for a moment to glimpse her as she sleeps. Now come, our mission lies ahead.
Is that dagger still going to be used? That's a question.
Hello, young one. What is it you... But hold. You do look so strangely. Ah, they have hurt you. The Canaanites have taken ye for their own. Oh, my poor boy.
Oh, no.
But fear not. Unorna neither fears ye nor casts ye out. I'll help ye, if I can.
Alright, so can't use any of these, so sell them off. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with the Orb of Elaine, but I'll keep these on hand. I won't be able to use them with Orb of Elaine, but I do have an alternative if a coterie member goes down. I can get them revived over at my haven. So I'm going to buy a bat for him. This is a new item that I've added in Age of Redemption 2017. It's actually an item that's been only available in multiplayer, but it was really weak and it only threw a fireball. This version fits closer to the lore description of Waxing Poetica, or Poetica. It envelops the target in molten wax, which immobilizes and burns the target over a 30-second duration. Well, it's temporary, so it'll immobilize the target. It's kind of like Prison of Ice, but it does fire damage, and it has a look of being enveloped by lava or something. In this case, it's molten wax. I'll show that off here pretty soon. What else can I get for him? Let's see here. I could probably use a two-handed weapon eventually. I don't think these are going to be useful right now because I got the Orb of Elaine on, and that's going to affect me something fierce.
Hello, young one.
With that stated, I'll
What is it you desire?
Buy some blood bags, blood pouches. So I can only afford one.
With God, young one.
All right. With that in mind, I need to figure out whether or not I can add an alternative to healing. Let's see here. So, he has a bat. Oh, he's so cute. Isn't that cute? He's such a cute little bat. Let's go focus in on him. Let's go focus in. There we go. Let's take a look at that bat. Aww. It's whispering in his ear. It's so cute. Isn't it cute, little Barry? Okay, okay. Alright. Enough of that. Let's continue on. Alright, let's see how quick I get myself pwned. Off to the monastery to get fucked in the ass really hard.
Behold Petron Hill Monastery, haven of the Cappadocian vampires in Prague.
The monks are vampires?
Make the potions
the
work for
Cappadocians
vampires
lurk in the
too?
desecrated
Health
crypts
potions?
below the monastery, out of sight of the monks who provide them with fresh blood. Only those monks that serve
That might be the
Garanol
easy
know the
answer,
real
yeah.
master of the monastery.
Could also make it to where blood also, if you drank from the Pt bottles, you could make it to where they restore a little bit of health each, maybe, as well. And that would be kind of like bloodlines in a way, because when you feed in bloodlines, Vampire the Masquerade bloodlines, you also recover your health as well as your blood.
What is our mission?
A mission of misfortune. Wise and noble Garanol is friend and ally to Ekaterina. I take no pleasure in storming his home, but Ekaterina has divined that the Cappadocians have stolen from her. We seek to retrieve a precious fragment of the Book of Nod, the wisdom of the ancient Canaanites.
Why would Garanol steal from her?
We know not. Until we learn all, we cannot let them know we serve Ekaterina.
Whoa, whoa, that's downright. Okay. Alright, let me do a save here. Interesting. Okay, so when I go into there, it works just fine. But it's kind of causing a serious lag issue. Let's see here. That's university save. Let me save over this monastery save. How long have I been playing? Almost 2 hours. Okay. Let me see if I can fix this issue with the save here. Let me see it just loading, reloading the game. Oh! I didn't like that one bit. Okay. You didn't like that one bit, did you? Okay, let's see here. Let me see if I can lower the quality here of the broadcast. Okay, I have to stop. Maybe I can. Let's resume. That's quite a dilemma. That microstutter is bad. That's horrible microstutter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop this broadcast for a moment. It's not gonna let me just change it on the fly, so I'm gonna have to